guten tag, konnichiwa, ni hao, shalom, and howdy. I am Dana Beale, and my education journey started when I graduated from Auburn University in 1988 and started commuting 30 minutes plus an hour, changed to Lynette, Alabama, where I taught for 2 years. 4 years in Kentucky with middle school while my husband was in seminary, back to Montgomery for 2 years until we realized that we only got one chance in life to raise our own 2 children. So I was home with Anna Caroline and John Michael for 8 years. Then when I was gardening one day, the Lord said, get back in the classroom. And so 15 beautiful years since that time in 2006, teaching kindergarten, first grade, second grade, gifted, and now ESL in Montgomery. But something has been missing, and we're about to discover the missing piece. So what about that missing piece? When Wellspring was planted by God's design in 2006, the vision he gave Reverend Dr. Michael Joseph Beale was to have a school at some point. The funniest thing is I never thought I would be the one to teach it or administrate it. And I got to thinking about the name Oasis. It's a name that's been with us from the very beginning because it fits with the water, but an oasis is a quenching. It's something different. It is something that people have longed for after a dry spell. Water where there is none. Just as Matthew says, Jesus does command us to be excited to go into all the world, places like Kenya, Africa, and all around, to be able to make disciples of all nations. And we can only do that as our hearts are filled with the knowledge of Him by head and the wonder of Him by heart. So just as 2 Chronicles 16:9 says, for the eyes of the Lord roam the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him, let it start with the babies. Because the Bible also says, and a little child shall lead them. Maybe it's time that we equipped our children with the capacity to lead us as they experience the wonder of the journey of falling in love with Jesus. What if kindergarten could be cooking, gardening, project-based learning, student interest, advanced, accelerated mastery curriculum? What if it could be missionally minded, caring for the first responders and visiting the nursing home next door and reaching across the seas? What if kindergarten could be a point where it is literally, as the Germans say, a children's garden, where they are nurtured, where they get the sunshine of praise, the rain of constructive growth, the soil and the air of the foundational skills, and the freedom to apply them and to move and grow and learn? What if? What if the time is now? What if we've been so busy plugged in all year in 2020 and 21 that now we crave connection? Now we crave a smaller learning environment. Now we would love to be able to do the ABCs of Europe and learn them in a different language from Africa, but have the freedom to be able to see what Bob and Larry and Jesus have to say about life itself. As we sought God's guidance on the best target age for my skill and experience mix, my heart kept coming back to kindergarten, that all-important foundation. The time of life when you thematically can connect everything and get the child off to a solid foundation before they hit big school. Our situation as a half-day kindergarten experience, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, would be ideal for any family that would like a smaller class size. We'd like to cap it at 12. Hopeful for a waiting list one day. We'll cross that bridge if we come to it. But perhaps families who wanted to have a closer involvement with their kids, who wanted to chaperone on field trips, who wanted an experienced veteran teacher to be able to lead and guide as far as mastery criteria goes, but more. Languages, sciences. These are the things that we dream of when we think of Oasis K. It won't be for everyone, but it might just fit your situation perfectly. In 23 years of teaching grades K through 8 plus gifted plus ESL in the public school environment, 2 states, the one thing that I've not been free to do is to be able to sing the praises of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in the classroom. And as we have watched the events of this past year, what we've known all along, we have encountered problems that we know for which there is no other solution except Jesus Christ. To sing His praises, to use chapel in the mornings, to do the pledge to the flag and the pledge to the Christian flag, to have Brother Mike accompany us and use a children's-based sermon. We believe that just as my Garden Patch and World Cafe students used to tell their families everything that they learned in the classroom, we imagine out of the mouths of babes, the truth will inspire families and knit them closer together through this venture. Oasis K.